2 claps and you got it.
All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Brian. I'm here with Israel, Juan, and Joe. How you doing, Joe?
Doing well. How you doing, bud?
Fantastic. Joe's our special guest, and we're just here to kind of talk to you and talk about things in general.
Hell yeah.
Joe, you've maybe before we get into Metal Monday, maybe kind of give us a little background about yourself, how you came to San Diego, like your involvement in metal in general.
Oh man. All right. So, uh, been into metal since a kid. Lived in Raleigh, North Carolina. I was in the metal scene extensively out there. Played in a band called Suppressive Fire. We put out 3 albums. Did a bunch of touring on the East Coast, and pandemic happened. Band fizzled out. Uh, Threw darts at the map. Honestly, landed a job out here. Packed up. Moved across country in a camper.
That's sick.
And here I am, hanging out in San Diego with all you degenerates.
That's
The dream
badass,
come
dude.
true.
Yeah. I feel like I've known you for a long time in a short time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, it's like I've gotten to know you pretty well in the last year. So to the Metal Monday thing, how did you get started with that?
Oh man, well, so I started working at a tower bar side gig, helping out, and that's kind of blossomed into just really learning the music scene, learning a lot of the people, the regulars over there, seeing how important that bar is to the music scene, in particular the extreme music scene.
Mm-hmm.
So all of your punk to metal, etc. And while over there, I just saw there's an opportunity here because there's a lot of there's a little bit of disorganization in the metal scene. It just seems like it's a great spot, and I've come to learn that other people have done this as well with other Metal Mondays or other events that try to unify people together. And that's just the way the music scenes are across the board, across the country. There's always people coming and going and putting little things together like this. So
kind of DIY.
yeah, it's a little bit of DIY
Yeah.
spirit, and if I got my literal whole body in the door at a venue that's there, why not put something together for the people that are also doing it? And all it does is help the music community. It helps me go to more shows. That's the only selfish part for me is being able to see more music shows and
Yeah.
having a better turnout at the shows that we have. Yeah.
Definitely meeting more people at the scene that you moved into, and kind of like you said, like creating a meeting spot for people to kind of group up and kind of hang out. And
For me, the whole venue and Metal Monday is basically just heavy metal town hall. It just seems like a nice spot where we can all congregate, hang out, hear some upcoming shows. Anybody has any news, we can drop it. Even last time having some vendor stands available and such like that. Just whatever we want to do with our space, it's our space to do it, which is cool.
Yeah, it's been really cool. We've had 3 or 4 so far?
Yeah, I think 3.
3, right?
Shit, 3 or 4
Yeah,
so far.
yeah, they've been so far. I think they're all been DJs.
Yeah.
Which he does for free, so you don't have to pay to get in.
Yeah.
But we have a different one coming up this Monday, right?
Correct. So the last several have been DJ nights, which are all free. We just want people to come out, hang out, and meet the community, and listen to some rad music.
Mm-hmm.
We've been incorporating in guest DJs, and the next one we actually have a show coming up. So that one's not free. That one's going to be $10. But one cool thing about the venue is 100% of the door money goes to the touring bands.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Shadowland out of New York City.
Mm-hmm.
We have Ancient Rage out of Sacramento area. We have our locals, Kauterized, our local thrash band Kauterized. They're opening up the show. And yeah, I think it's going to be I think it's a sick lineup. You have your thrash vibes to your Motorhead vibes to your classic heavy metal vibes all going on for this one.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
That's all those kind of fused together well.
Yeah. I think it's down. It's all palatable for things that we're into, and there's something for everyone, but it's not too far off.
Yeah. Joe, you said you're from North Carolina, right?
Well, I'm from South Carolina.
South
Let's
Carolina.
be
I'm sorry.
specific.
Yeah.
From the land where the barbecue is good.
Right. How would you compare the metal scene there to San Diego?
Well, it's crazy. So moving to San Diego, I've heard so many people like put down the San Diego metal scene as being not big, and I could see that a lot of people here compare it to LA. And for me, I'm like, no, Carolina's music scene is not big. It's very small. So when I moved here, I'm like, oh my God, there's so many venues, so many things going on. I think it's great out here. I think a lot of people might underestimate how good of a scene they have.
I can see it. Faustino could probably vouch for this. Like, it hasn't always been this way.
Yeah, it's been of up and down kind of for San Diego.
We're on a huge up right now.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, we get so many shows. It's hard to keep up. So it's definitely on an upswing. And having more events, more meetups, more, like Metal Monday, like shows at the Brick, and what we do with the Metal Swap Meet, everything else. I think it's part of that. But since we've been around, it is definitely an upswing, and I mean, this is probably the best it's been in close to 20 years or more.
I've ever remembered.
It's insanity. I mean, how many? Basically, every band that comes through California, almost none of them skip San Diego anymore. Before, it was like they hit LA and they go to Phoenix or whatever. Yeah,
right.
So it's been pretty goddamn good. So we've been fairly lucky, and we've been lucky enough to be a small part of it ourselves, to kind of keep it. When we've had times where it's dormant, where we don't get anything, and we've been kind of trying to help keep it. And events like yourself, like with Metal Monday and what you do, definitely keep that vibe going and keep reminding people that, hey, you gotta fucking come out to the shows, you gotta come out to events to keep bands coming in, and especially from out of town, for sure.
Oh yeah, totally. And I mean, all of the ingredients are here. Like, I didn't come here to start something that wasn't already here. Like, this is just literally like, all right guys, here's the venue, do what you need to do. And honestly, I like that more people are involved helping me. Having Arnold help with the DJing, it's been really great. It's less pressure on me, and it's great having a partner in crime doing this. Yep. Also incorporating guest DJs. That's also been great on, not everyone. My record collection is only so far deep.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have other people's record collections and their taste, and hearing, other albums I might have skipped out on, and I get to experience now, like hearing some other new songs, and everybody's hyped up, and it's cool that we have our own little show and tell, kind of. To make it as I guess, like, on that innocent level, like, yeah, we're just kind of like doing show and tell, and like hanging out, drinking some beers, and like, hey, check out this song. Hey, check out this song. It's kind of like literally that.
Yeah. And then somebody throws on some Manowar or something. We're just like, yeah.
Oh my God, Swords and Tequila. You mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. Yeah, I'm sure somebody's told you that Travis Ryan did a Metal Monday out here at what is now Space Bar. Back then it was called Zombie Lounge.
Zombie Lounge. Yeah.
That was in the early 2000s. So it's kind of carrying the torch.
Okay.
And but I'll say the Metal Monday at the Tower has more people.
Well, hopefully it continues its upwards trend. I've been keeping track of my own data on that, and so far it's been consistent and doing pretty well. And I hope we can continue to pull more people to our event here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like definitely an event I don't want to say is like my Metal Monday. It's all of ours. And that's why I like taking a step back and having other people being involved and helping out and spreading the word, because we are the literal torch carriers for the metal scene out here. I mean, you guys have been doing your thing out here for years.
Community based.
Yeah,
right?
it's all community based, and it's cool to be a part of this community.
Speaking of data based.
Wow, what a transition. That was awesome, dude.
You have a kind of an interesting background in science. Maybe kind of go over that if you want.
All right, yeah. I am a marine biologist. I went to school for that. Worked in plankton ecology and fisheries and marine aquaculture for years. I've done a lot of marine conservation work, and that's one of the original reasons I moved out to San Diego. And kind of stayed out in San Diego. There's a lot to do out here. There's a lot of great scuba diving. There's a lot of just animal conservation work to be done out here.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool out here.
We have a lot of wetlands.
You have a few wetlands.
Oh, I guess. I forgot where you're from. Yeah.
Yeah, there's way more estuaries on the East Coast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So what got you into that?
Well, hold on. We can get real nerdy with this and talk about the way the continent is actually moving. And the leading edge for the North American plate system is on this side of the coast. That's why you have so many cliffs, because it's literally the land that's moving over the ocean.
Mm.
On the East Coast side, that's the trailing edge, which is why you have more broken islands.
Oh, okay. That
More
makes
barrier
sense.
islands and more estuaries, more inlets, and I guess more inlets and more bays than out here.
The more you know.
Oh,
There you go.
A lot of the wetlands in San Diego County are all like kind of like rebuilding them because we built them in like years ago, and now we're trying to bring them back.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of people have realized over time. Oh wow, this is important.
Yeah, it definitely has its own ecosystem.
Yeah, it's a recruitment for fisheries and all of our seabirds that come there and nest, etc. Like there's a great importance to having those wetlands.
We should make a video picking your brain about this kind of shit.
See how many views we get in that
Dude, no shit. Like, dude, Joe Knows. I think Joe Knows would be a good title for that one.
Oh man!
But you're also like a very talented wildlife photographer.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So if you got some, check out Joe's. Have you got anything to plug with like socials or anything like that?
Not really. I did at one point, but I've been somewhere between lazy and only doing it for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send you something.
Okay.
Yeah, you can post up a picture or two like here or there, and
That'd be sweet.
like bam, bird here, snake,
Make a minute, yeah, right here.
spider or something cool. Yeah.
I know, like, since I've been doing photography, it comes and goes with me. Like, I'm into it for a couple months, and sometimes I don't pick up a camera.
Yeah.
It just goes like that. All right, Joe, unless you got anything else, we'll cut it off and continue our partying.
All right, hell yeah, let's do it.
Thanks for hanging out, Joe.
Yeah, buddy.
Appreciate you.
Metal Mondays.
Yeah.
Metal Money coming up this Monday. We're gonna get this video out
12th,
quick.
August 12th.
August 12th. That's when we have Shadowland headlining, Ancient Rage as our meet in the middle, and Kauterized as our openers. Upcoming thrash band for San Diego. Let's come out and support them.
What time?
Tower bar, so
9:30?
doors 8, show 9ish. Yeah.
Okay, $10 to get in, 21 and up, Tower Bar.
Hell yeah.
All right, thank you guys.
All right, thank you.
All right, for Brian, Israel, Juan, and Joe. See you soon.